Welcome back to my Factorio Let's Play. So we were just getting started here on Gleba. I'm just watching this because I don't want these guys to hatch. We got 2 minutes left, and this is just not going fast enough. So we'll put speed modules in there because we have enough power. Not a ton, but enough. So this is getting some of that. Oh yeah, it's going to bring us our Tesla turrets, which we want. Definitely want those. So we will send this. Got some pink science. We're going to send this back to Novice, drop off that pink science, and then we'll have it come here and bring us our Tesla turrets. Just need some more iron. We have lots of iron, but this is just really slow. And there we go. We've used all the pentapod eggs up. So everything else can spoil. We don't care too much about that for now. But let's see. Get rid of these. We don't have any pentapod eggs currently. And what's the next thing we want to do? We need to make we need to make 500 nutrients still. So I'm going to keep this running, making nutrients. And this is just going to request all of the spoilage. So we can just continue collecting that and putting it into this chest here. And let's get rid of these for now. We don't need those yet because this is our goal. Our goal right now is craft 500 nutrients. So we're going to go collect some spoilage. We have this nice plot of land right here for the purple stuff. We probably should move like right here. So we're like right in between, which I might do that. Pick up the base and move it over there. We'll see. But I think the less distance you're covering, the less... there's not pollution on this world, on this planet. There's spores. So the spores are what trigger the enemies on this planet. So it's very similar to pollution, but basically because you're working with plants, all these things are creating spores instead of pollution. We have so much iron, it's crazy, but we're gonna need some steel to make these agricultural towers. So let's head back over. Oh yeah, I can make heating towers now as well. I believe, right? I unlocked those somewhere. Heating towers. Okay. They take concrete, boilers, and heat pipes, which we did not send ourselves boilers. We sent ourselves heat exchangers. So I'm going to request some boilers to bring over. Also more heat pipes because we're going to need lots of those. More concrete because we're going to need lots of that. Boilers. Request like 200 of those. And I'm going to get rid of this concrete because we're actually going to use it. We're not going to build the base right here. We're going to do it a little bit more to the right. I'll just leave this thing right here. So when we come back with spoilage in our pockets, they'll keep it crafting into nutrients. But even these things in here are eventually going to turn into... Let me see. Let's see here. So we need lots more nutrients. These things take a while, which is good. They take about an hour to turn to spoilage, but I think if you craft them into they're used to make this recipe right here. They craft these Yumako processing, go into Yumako mash, and sometimes you get a seed out of this. And then these turn into jelly, and then sometimes you get a jelly nut seed out of it. So these expire a lot quicker, which is okay. I mean, we don't want stuff to expire, but it's okay because I don't know why I'm doing that in my pocket when I could do it in a biochamber. With productivity. Let's do that. This. And put the fuel in there. We'll just deposit this into a chest. Whoops. So yeah. Alright, and then change that to jelly nut, which we have some of. We have a lot of. We can get that processing. So we'll put jelly nuts in here. And that will make these, which also have like 2 minutes before they spoil. So we'll get a bunch of spoilage from this. And also, if it just sits in this chest, it'll also spoil. So it'll turn into spoilage, which will get requested here and turn into nutrients. So that'll kind of, we'll just leave that in here. But we got jelly nut seeds, which I will show us what we can do with that very soon. We are just gonna have to wait until we get some more nutrients. Now also, since I'm thinking about it, after I get all these up here, let's see. Oh yeah, we got lots of this, but I'm gonna make it a bigger chest of it because we're gonna want more, lots more of those later actually. We're gonna need some cliff explosives as well, which this looks like it is fully ready. So let's send this over to, we have 2 ships now. So we're going to want to automate ships very soon because it's going to get very stressful to to try to manually do all this. We want to request like 500 cliff explosives from Volcanus. So here we go. That one's making the journey to Volcanus. This one is getting these boilers and heat pipes, and then we'll send it to ourselves. I haven't started shipping out cliff explosives to the other planets too. I didn't even think about that. I'm going to do this here. We want some big mining drills going into an assembler. That might be too big for an assembler. Let's see. I think they're this big, right? Oh, we can only have 2 of them, but that's fine. So this is going to make landfill, because we are going to need some landfill for things. We'll leave that like that. Then we're going to have to connect it up to a network, which we will expand slowly so we don't kill the power, because we don't have power yet. But this will start making some landfill. And we'll get rid of the spoilage to make more nutrients. Okay. We're still not there yet where we've unlocked the science, but we have a long way to go before we're going to even be producing the science too. And also, the science itself spoils. So you have to kind of worry about that also. In the meantime, I'm going to grab some of these seeds from here and clear out space. We want these light green patches are the best places to do what we're going to do soon. But before we do anything, we need power here desperately. So this is getting some more heat pipes. They're only a rocket capacity of 50, so we got to send up like 5 more rockets. And then we can make heat towers. Heating towers, what they're called. Why can I never find them? Oh, they're down here. Okay. Heating towers. We're struggling for power right now. So we got to get that going very quickly. Honestly, I don't know if we can handle this yet. The all the roboports and mining drills and stuff. I don't think we can handle it just yet. Alright. So this is fine. This should get us the stuff that we need. Is this ready yet? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 40. 2 more rockets. And we can send ourselves this and make the heating tower, which we need for power here. Okay. We are coming back to Gleba with some stuff in tow. But yeah, our power cannot handle all these bots doing all this stuff. It's really killing the network. I can help speed up this process a little bit by doing some by hand while we wait for the rocket to get here. Let's see if I can do it in here too. Oh, you know what? There is, I should have looked at this better. There's a recipe for nutrients from Yumako mash. So we'll request some nutrients in here to fuel up this station, and then we're going to request Yumako mash. Which means we have to have something making Yumako mash. Okay, there we go. This will make nutrients also from this stuff that we're getting from the red nuts. We can, we'll keep this one going because it's like a jump start if we run out of nutrients. But we'll make one of them making nutrients from spoilage as well. And this is going to request spoilage and 10 nutrients to keep it running. Also, same thing here. We got to request 10 nutrients to keep it running. I'll just do 10 so we don't get too crazy. But okay, so this is all running. So this is taking in seeds and nutrients. This is taking in spoilage and making nutrients. And this is taking in the mash that it's getting made here and making nutrients from it. So we're getting stuff flowing and going. We did do enough to unlock this. Oh, no, we didn't. Okay. We need to make bioflux. Oh, we unlocked bioflux. So we need to make some now in order to unlock copper bacteria cultivation, which will keep a steady flow of like ores here, and then also make bioflux, and we can learn to make plastic, sulfur, and lubricant. So that's great. And by now our ship is here, so let's drop us down all the stuff we need. We'll send it back to Novice for now. We'll just bring more. Why not? I don't think we'll need more heat pipes, but we might need some more of this stuff. I'll bring over some steel too. Why not? And then this ship should have... Oh, it's not. Not even close. Or forget, we don't have a very... we have one rocket launching off of that planet for now. Let's see, what do we have? So we have stuff to make we're so low on power. It's funny. All right, we have stuff to make these heating towers. So make like 10 of those. I don't know a good setup for these, but we're gonna play around with it. I don't know if they get a neighboring bonus or not. But basically, they are going to be what we use to produce power. So we have a heating tower here. Get some more. That looks silly. All right. We have made a heating tower. Here it is. I'm going to put that on my hotbar. Okay. So these take up fuel. And they generate heat from chemical fuels with very high efficiency, does not stop burning when at maximum temperature. Passes heat to pipes, which can be used for steam power or to prevent freezing. So basically, it takes in a bunch of fuel, burns it, and then outputs heat, which we can then put to a heat exchanger, pump some water in, which we have water right here, and it will make some power. So that's why we brought all this wood over. Did we bring the wood over? I swear we did. Oh yeah. This is just not in the network. There it is. Now it is. We're going to start burning this wood. And we're going to put down... We're going to do something really basic for now. Like this. This is going to take in water here. And this is going to start heating up. So it burns through the wood very quickly. But like these other things, where are they at? Like the other things that we use, these steam turbines will burn the steam once it gets up to temperature. So we'll just do something small like this. It's a very, very little, but 6 of these will be a good amount of power. So these just need water now. And once this heats up, it'll heat them up and boil the water to turn it into steam. So now we just have to get water going. So let's go over here. And here's some water. Those things explode, I guess. So yeah, we still don't have repair packs, but that's okay. We'll survive. Offshore pumps. Oh yeah, I do have some. I was like, did I forget those? No, I didn't. They're just always so hard to find. I don't know why. I can never... They just don't stand out to me for some reason. I always overlook them. Okay, so these things now have water. And I'm silly. These are the boilers. These are not the heat exchangers. So the heat exchangers take in the heat and they start producing steam. Once they get hot enough, which it seems like they are, because now we have steam power, but not a lot. I think it does have to be 500 if I remember right. Okay, now we have steam power. Look at that. So I'm sure there's a proper way to like do this that's more efficient than this, but I'm just going to use this to start because it's simple and I haven't like calculated exactly how much these like produce. So this, let's see, this is consuming water, producing 103 steam per second. Each one of these consumes 60. So actually, I don't think this can keep up. I think it has to be this simple, honestly. And I'm going to change this. So this will keep putting fuel in here as soon as it runs out. But we don't want to do that because we only need this to be at 500 degrees. So we're going to say read temperature. So temperature right now is just signal T for temperature. Temperature is going up as we put stuff in. It's slowly going to go down, I believe, as it gets used and burned. But we don't need to waste fuel. So this fuel's just getting burnt. It's going hotter than 500. These only have to be 500 degrees steam for it to work, I believe. So if we tell this to read this signal T, which is going to be T for temperature, when T is less than 500, this activates. So I believe if I did this right, this is going to say when temperature drops low enough, when it gets under 500, because these are burning and using up the heat, then once it's under 500, then this will put fuel in to get it over 500. I think that's how that works. So we don't just burn through all the wood right away. So this, we can definitely drop this down to like, let's say 200. And that way we can do a couple more of these. For even more power. And that should be enough power to get us started. Not that uniform, but I don't really care. We're gonna do whatever we can to get started on this world, because I am not great with Gleba. That's okay. Alright, so all of these are requesting 200 wood, and they're gonna just put in the wood until it gets to 500 degrees, and then they're gonna stop. It's 500 degrees is all we need. So now we have a good amount of power to work with, not a ton, but the stuff you get on this planet is all biofuel, basically. It's all biological material. So let me look at something here. How much wood? We've already burned through all the wood, it looks like. So what other things can be burned? These jelly nuts can be burned. They have a fuel value of 10 megajoules, which I think is a lot more than... I think that's a lot more than what we had with the wood. So that should get those up to temperature. While I'm thinking about it, I'm going to set this up to make some repair packs. I don't have any of those here. Where are repair packs? Right here. I'm just going to make a stack of these. Gears. Okay, we'll make a stack of repair packs. That way we can repair stuff in the base. But these are up to temperature. That's great. We'll just do 2, because honestly, I don't think these will drop anytime soon. This one's already up to temperature, so it's not even going to use these. Does spoilage have a fuel value? Oh, it does. Okay, so even if these spoil, it'll still burn the spoilage. So nice. Cool. All right. So we have a good amount of power here now. We just doubled it. So 55 megawatts is a lot more. Now we can look at shipping us in. Do we not have steel on the network? Huh. That's crazy. Guess not. So let's fix that. We don't have enough to fill one rocket. So we need to see how much steel fits into a rocket. Rocket capacity is 400, so we'll have 500 here. Just to get enough. And that looks funny that these are blinking. But it's fine because they're only dropping temperature as these are running as we're using power. Okay. So let's continue building the base up. We want some of these agricultural towers, and actually let's redo this iron and copper smelting. So we have more of it being done. Now that we have more power, we don't have to worry about it. So these are all gonna do copper. And this is gonna request in 100 copper. Each one of these, or 50, whatever, one stack. And then we'll copy paste this right here, but for iron instead of copper. There we go. And it got some in here, but that's fine. It's not that serious. Just for my own OCD sake, we'll cleanse it of all the copper. Alright. So now we have iron and copper being made. And now we need some steel being made. So request some iron plates in here. Right here. There we go. And make some steel. So now we're turning some of it into steel. Very, very slowly. But that's okay. And then we're going to set back up this little plant system we had, EM plant, of chips. So we have a few chips being made again. So that, except we don't need those. And then these. And let's make another 2 stacks of chips. Okay, so we have basic things being made here. We got some copper being made, some iron, some chips, and some steel. Power is fine. This will last us a little bit. And we got repair packs. Nice. Okay. So we're going to ship in all of our concrete and iron. We don't really need the iron, but you know what? It's going to make it easier. So we do have some being made right here, but this is very, very slow. So with steel. So with steel, we're going to use it to make some agricultural towers. And all this stuff spoiled already, which is fine, because we will repurpose the spoilage. Take some chips and some steel. And we're going to make a couple of these agricultural towers. See, we got some seeds here. So we have Yumako seeds now. And somewhere we have jelly nut seeds. I forget where they were. But I swear we made some. Maybe not. Maybe I'm crazy. It's possible. If not, that's fine. We can always... Maybe I burned them. Do these burn? They do burn. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we need some jelly nut seeds. So I'm going to go up here to this area and see if we can't get a couple of those. Oh, my inventory is full. We should definitely be able to get some jelly nut seeds. But I want to set up a couple farms. So let's set up one of these guys here. But instead of Yumako mash, it's going to make jelly processing, jelly nut. We're out of spoilage, so we got to jumpstart this again right here. This one runs on electricity instead of fuel, so it will start fueling these things again. There we go. So we have some jelly being processed. And hopefully we get some jelly nut seeds. Awesome. That's what we wanted. I don't know why this is requesting that. Should be requesting that. Interesting. It's kind of tricky, so I'll have to look into it more to get better at the flow, especially using bots, because I think if I were to use belts, it might be a little bit easier visually for me to realize what's going on, but we basically just have to keep things fueled so that they keep running. We got 5 more seeds here. So next time, next video, I will go ahead and start making the farm. But yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.